Well, ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to the Rooms of Hope 7th Annual Gala Oscars Gone Virtual. My name is Vinny Zapian and I am extremely proud and honored to be back with you all tonight. Now, I know we have a little different look this year, but our hearts and desires remain the same, if not more so this year, and that is to support our families of Rooms and Hope. So without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your Executive Director, Shelley Ham.
Thank you so much, Vinny, and great to see you again this year. Hello, everyone, and welcome to our Oscars Gone Virtual, Part 1 Gala. We're calling it Part 1 because Part 2 comes next year when we all can be together again and celebrate our Rooms of Hope children, the stars of our show, in person. As we all know, COVID-19 has played a significant role in all of our lives. We're all trying to figure out what our new normal is, and more importantly, how long is this new normal going to be hanging around? For our families, COVID has added another layer of anxiety to an already stressful time in their lives. You'll hear from Harper's dad tonight, who is doing everything to keep his almost 4-year-old daughter safe during the pandemic. Then one day, she didn't feel well. Fast forward to the diagnosis, leukemia. For our Rooms of Hope parents struggling to make sense of it all and take care of their serious ill children, COVID has significantly amplified the situation. And to top that all off, imagine this. You have a child with cancer who is hospitalized. Only one parent can be with the child at a time. No visitors except for that one sole person. Especially now, we knew we had to support our Rooms of Hope children and their families. We just needed to figure out how. Like most companies, we had to pivot. But what did that look like? Our 7 Rooms of Hope board members, who I couldn't be more proud of, by the way, got together and discussed just that. How do we keep our Rooms of Hope children and families, along with our volunteers, safe during a world pandemic? The end result, our program, Special Deliveries of Hope, was born. So here's how Special Deliveries of Hope works. A child is referred to our program through a hospital, church, friend, or family member. Just like before, we vet our families to make sure it is a good fit. Once the child is approved, then we set up a Zoom meeting with the parents to go over our new program. I then assign a designer to each room because we still are creating spaces that matter for the siblings too. And together we have another Zoom meeting with the family and the children. Special Deliveries of Hope continues to put the child in the driver's seat. They are the ones who steer the design of their dream space. Our amazing interior designers are simply the privileged ones who, through their trained eyes for design, get to interpret that child's wishes, needs, concerns, and desires. Once the design is completed and approved, everything for that design is ordered and sent directly to the home, unless there is a need for us to drop off some items. We give our families a checklist of items on their way and assign a makeover date so that the family can get themselves prepared. Unlike how we do it normally with our crew of volunteers, the family is now our volunteers. Our design is simplified to deliver the most bang for our buck. Some families like to keep the dream space a surprise for their children until it is completed, while others have their children be involved in the build. No two families are alike, and that's what makes the program flexible and special during COVID-19. Let me give you an example. We have a 14-year-old boy with osteosarcoma that sadly has metastasized to his lungs. There is nothing more his medical team at UCSF can do besides some hopeful clinical trials. Jason is filled with life and truly a remarkable human being. He dreams one day of being an engineer. So Jason, alongside his older cousin, is building the room together. He loved assembling all of the furniture on his own. And with George and Charlie outside of the home giving him instructions, together and safely, Jason, George, and Charlie got the 7-foot high neon green light boxes up and running for his Zelda gaming room. And you'll always hear me say that it takes a village. There are so many things that need to be done prior to the makeover once the design has been created. From creating 7-foot light box walls for Jason in George's garage to creating canvas frames for Harper in Stan's garage, you name it, and we're doing it. Lori is busy at work in our office crafting items, and Nancy is making sure that our storage unit is organized at all times. I can't thank the Rooms of Hope interior designers who are all volunteers as well. We all have a role and we are all staying safe. Another example, Brinkley wanted a gaming sports room. Stepdad is a firefighter working 7 days a week to put out these California fires. So Mom, Big Brother, and Brinkley built her dream room makeover the first weekend in October. There's nothing parents won't do to put a smile on their child's face as they battle cancer or another life-threatening illness. We all miss seeing each other so much. I miss everyone. I truly, truly do. But please know that this won't be forever. And in the meantime, we are still doing what matters for these children. We are bringing in them spaces that matter, that are unique to their personality, and surrounding them with what matters most to them in this world. We are not sitting idle, and we are wrapping our families in a blanket of love, joy, and hope. And one thing is absolutely true. We can't do it without your support. We thank you for joining us tonight. If you are able to donate towards our mission, we thank you for that too. And now, here's a young girl I can't wait for you to meet. Harper is almost 4 years old, battling leukemia with a 3-year treatment plan ahead of her. She is absolutely as cute as can be. So let's go ahead and meet Harper.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. Go check out your new bedroom. Go check it out.
What do you think, sister?
Whose room is this? Is this your
Oh
room?
my goodness.
Is this your own vanity now? And you've got pictures of Ariel and Ursula. Can you hear us?
I can hear you. Hi, Harper.
Hi.
How are you?
Good.
Good. Oh, I see you have. Who is that with you?
Matt.
Max. He's so cute, huh?
Yep.
We're here to talk about your new dream bedroom. So what do you think?
I like the design of the bed.
What's above your bed?
Ariel.
Yeah.
Ariel, huh? And who else is in your room?
King Triton. Eric. Sebastian. Flounder. Ariel. And Ursula.
I heard you like Ursula. Do you?
No.
No. Are you going to be Ariel for Halloween?
Daddy's gonna be Prince Eric and my mommy's gonna be Ursula.
Oh, wow. That's going to be so much fun. Okay, so tell me about your playroom downstairs.
I like the two sides of the walls. I like the Frozen 2 one. That's because I like how Olaf says, hi. I like how Olaf says,
What does he say?
little Samantha.
Where is? Oh.
Hey, Daddy has that down pretty well, doesn't he?
Tell her what you got in the backyard and the patio that you have a lot of fun with.
A barbecue.
A barbecue?
On the place up, there's a barbecue and she loves it.
Oh my gosh, so Rooms of Hope got you that little play structure, so when Daddy's barbecuing, you can barbecue too, huh?
It's I cook cakes on the barbecue.
Have you read a book in your new chair yet?
Yep.
Have you named your turtle on the wall yet?
Cupcake rainbow.
Cupcake rainbow.
Cupcake. Oh, I like that. Ryan, I had the privilege of working directly with you, which was so much fun. You're an amazing father. And can you tell us a little bit of background about Harper, just to kind of set the stage for how you and I met?
Yeah, so back in May of 2020, Harper was just randomly complaining about some pain in her backside, and the doctor said, yeah, that's not normal, something must be wrong, please go do some blood work. And basically the doctor came in about an hour and a half in and told us that we had some really bad news, and then she said, your daughter has leukemia. Came as obviously a complete massive shock to us, because she's been a very healthy kid otherwise. And she started chemotherapy the next day at Chalk in Orange. And
Why did I get a bowling band-aid?
she had blood work today, and she asked why she had a boring Band-Aid, because it doesn't.
Oh, well, you have your hands full with her, don't you? She has such a beautiful spirit. She is just a lot of fun.
She's been undergoing, chemo for the last 4 months, 3 or 4 months. She's doing pretty well. Her spirits are good.
What have you learned about people who want to help your family?
It's just been overwhelming. It's just been humbling, and it's been a blessing. It's been amazing, and yeah, just eye-opening, life-changing, really.
When you learned, when Stephanie referred you to Rooms of Hope. Hi, Stephanie. What did you think when you heard about our mission and what we wanted to do for Harper?
I was in shock. My daughter was going to get the opportunity for something like this. It's just amazing. I mean, you guys are, one of a kind, and the way that we've done this with CV and everything, and, it's been great. It's been a fun process for sure.
Great. Well, I see we have Princess Ariel here.
Ta-da!
Oh, look how cute that is. You look adorable.
Yeah.
We like your tiara.
Thank you.
Yeah. You mentioned something. We are operating under different circumstances right now with COVID-19, and it's called Special Deliveries of Hope. So tell us about the process when the boxes started rolling into your home.
It was a lot of work, but it was obviously worth every single second. As I'm doing it, even, it was just like, wow, fun, really, really fun to actually watch it come to life and see your design, because obviously you did an amazing job. So watching it all come to life was just equally exciting part of the process. Being able to give her some excitement during what she's going through right now and something to look forward to probably was my favorite part. So she constantly knew that there was something exciting coming, and now here it is. So now that the finished product, it doesn't even feel like the same playroom or the same bedroom at all. Watching her smile and seeing her excitement about it's the best.
Our mission is creating dream bedrooms for kids with cancer and other life-threatening illnesses. But boy, our purpose is to surround our families with joy and love and hope. And so I hope that's what we did for your family.
Can't say thank you enough.
Oh my gosh, it is our pleasure and privilege.
How did Miss Shelley do all of this?
Guess who helped me design this room for you?
Huh?
You.
And she said, what is a relaxing place for you? And you said, I like to go to the beach. You have a beach in your bedroom now. Isn't that so cool?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This is all you, Harper.
Thank you, Rooms of Hope.
You are welcome. We're all saying you are welcome, and we wish you all the good health. We're so happy that you are with the right doctors and the right nurses and mommy and daddy and everybody else who loves you. Kisses to you. Kisses to you, Harper. Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Well, thank you, Shelley, and thank you, Sweet Harper and Ryan, for that incredible story. Thank you all for sharing your courageous story with us all tonight. You are an angel. Well, if that doesn't inspire you or motivate you, I don't know what will. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is why we are here tonight. Are you ready for our live auction? We've got 4 incredible items, but more importantly, this is an opportunity to show our love and support for our Rooms of Hope children and their families. So are you ready for our first item tonight? Here we go, gang. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for your generous support tonight. We appreciate it. And now, let's welcome Shelley with another amazing Rooms of Hope child, Jalen.
I'd now like you to meet Jalen. Wait until you see his smile. Even with battling cancer, he lights up a room. Jalen is 17 years old and is in treatment for 3.5 years for leukemia. He is such an incredible soul, and I'm honored to introduce you to our Rooms of Hope child, Jalen.
Oh, wow.
Check it out.
No freaking way. Oh, man. Got the lockers and everything? Oh, man. No way. Oh,
Do you
man.
look back here? Okay.
Oh, he's freaking huge.
Devontae.
Oh, I'm in freaking shock right now.
Got the LED lights.
Nice.
Oh my gosh, this is unbelievable. No freaking way. Look at this.
Gaming wall.
Turn down the stairs. Ladder. Woohoo!
Oh,
That's rad.
oh, look at that. The red looks dope.
Hi, Jalen. Long time no see. How are you?
Good.
Great. So, where are you sitting?
I'm sitting in my new room. It is amazing what you guys did for this room. I am beyond grateful for this room. This is amazing.
Can you tell us maybe a little bit about football and then how you were diagnosed and
Oh yeah. So me and my dad, we've always been big on football, working out and stuff. So we were always constantly trying to get bigger, faster, stronger.
And he started losing a little bit of weight. So that was kind of what's going on? He hurt his wrist, so they casted him. So he's out for 2 weeks there. He hurt his back and not doing a lot of weight either, because we were just getting back and wanted to get him adjusted to it. He hurt his back, so we went to the doctor for that. The first game against Gilroy, he wanted to definitely play in that one because I'm from Gilroy. I played there. So he played in that game, and next morning he woke up and he was full of bruises from his neck, his biceps, his body, his legs. Went back to school and wasn't able to focus. He was really pale, falling asleep. My wife went and picked him up, took him to the hospital. He was diagnosed day after that he had leukemia, and that blew us away. It's hard for me to.
It's kind of hard to grasp that it happened.
Yeah, and then chemo came, and
chemo's no joke.
Yeah, he couldn't get himself up out of bed.
It's hard for me to even use the restroom sometimes.
Juan, what's been the most surprising thing about Jalen to you?
When he got diagnosed, I broke. I broke, and he looked at me and he told me, like, what's wrong? I'm gonna be all right. And I looked at him, and me losing it, but okay, you are gonna be all right. So I know inside he was torn up, but he would still smile for everything, and that's who he is.
And Jalen, what's been the most surprising thing for you?
I was surprised that I was able to stay normal. When I first got diagnosed, I was thinking I'm gonna be a mess. I'm gonna just lose me. I'm not gonna be Jalen, but just said I'm gonna fight this, and I'm still fighting it, still going.
One of the things I think I found most remarkable, and the very first time I met you, was your smile and your infectious desire to be 100% present and make everyone around you happy. And it's from within, and that's a pretty remarkable trait to have. And thank you for shining your light for all of us. So tell me, how much longer do you have to fight?
So he was diagnosed September 26th,
2019.
His end date is January 10th, 2023.
When you heard about Rooms of Hope, what did you think?
I just started thinking like, I'm going to get my dream room. Beyond excited. 49ers, got Devontae, got the Raiders, and then we got Kittle.
And what did Kittle do for you?
We work with Cal High Sports, or 49ers Cal High Sports. They are doing my story, following my journey. They reached out to Kittle, and they got him to shout me out, give me some inspiration. And that was awesome. And same with Devontae Adams, too. It meant the world. It just, hearing it from them just gave me even more fire inside me to just like, you know what, just keep going. Don't stop. They don't want me to stop. I ain't going to stop. Gave me some hope.
I have a feeling if they were hearing this interview, they would want to grow up to be just like you, Jalen. The warrior you are in battling and kicking leukemias.
Right.
Yeah.
So I hear there's some silver linings going through cancer. What silver linings are you finding?
Oh, man. It's just, I'm finding that people can come to me to talk to me. Kids that have been recently diagnosed with cancer have came to me to ask me for like advice and stuff. And it makes me just so grateful to be that type of person, to be able to talk to them and consult, like kind of help them out, get through it. When I got diagnosed, I really had no one to relate to. Being that person to relate to for these kids, oh man, it's an honor.
Just getting that comfort from somebody that says, hey, you're going to be okay, stay strong, and get through it.
This brought me hope. Just something that I could keep, like if I was having a bad day, you could just go, oh, you know what? Hey, I'm going to get my room soon. I'm getting a room that's coming. I get something to look forward to.
It's your sanctuary.
Yeah, exactly.
And place to heal. Yeah.
Everything I wanted and then some.
Our special deliveries of hope and how we had to transition during COVID-19 to support your family, where you guys were our volunteers and you built this dream room makeover with the things we sent you.
It's awesome to be a part of, and it was very tiring. it kicked my butt.
A lot of work, a lot to it.
Being able to be a part of it and, get it done for Jay, I'd do it all over again.
I'm so grateful for you guys. You guys are awesome, what you do for these kids.
There's nothing we wouldn't do for our kids, right?
Right, exactly.
And boy, when you see that smile on his face and how grateful he is, that's pretty cool. Right. Well, thank you for sharing time with us.
And I want to thank you guys again for what you have done for me. I am beyond grateful for this. Like, you guys are just as much as my family.
Well, it's an honor and privilege. We really have loved being with you and your family. Thank you. All my love. Bye.
Rio strong.
Well, thank you, Shelley. And thank you, Jalen, and especially to your dad. Thank you so very, very much for your support and your inspiring story. Your smile just lights up the place, lit me up, and I'm so grateful for that. So thank you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have reached the critical yet most rewarding part of our evening here tonight. Our goal is to provide dream room makeovers to children with life-threatening illnesses. Our purpose is to surround these children with love and co-create the space of their dreams. A room, whether it be a bedroom, a playroom, or other refuge, away from all the medical tests and treatments they must endure at the hospital. Now, we want to bring hope and joy to seriously ill children as they literally fight for their lives. I also ask you to remember the parents of our Rooms of Hope children. Consider the emotional pain we as parents experience when we see our children suffering, going through these excruciating procedures and surgeries, just as you saw Jalen's dad explaining how he felt. So tonight, I ask you to join me, and together, let us work to support not only our extraordinary children, but also help us to support our amazing parents that have a front row seat to the difficulties and hardships our children must endure. Let us come together tonight as one big family and support our Rooms of Hope families. Now, over the next few minutes, I will begin by asking for various levels of financial support and what those levels mean to our children and their families. And when you hear a number that inspires you, that motivates you, I ask you to please click on any amount that is meaningful to you. Now, every year, we are so honored, so blessed. Drew and Sue Wilson support Rooms of Hope with not only their presence, but a contribution in the amount of $10,000. Well, this year is no different. Once again, Drew and Sue Wilson have graciously agreed to show their love and support with a $10,000 contribution to kick us off tonight. Drew and Sue, thank you so very, very much. We appreciate your support. We love you, and thank you for kicking us off. Our first level now will be in the amount of $5,000, and this will fund the cost of an entire dream makeover as well as sibling rooms. Now, tonight, our goal is to fund as many dream room makeovers as possible. We also have a very special opportunity for all of you here tonight. We realize that each one of you here wish to support Rooms of Hope in some way, shape, or form. Now, we know that 2020 has been a difficult year for all of us. A year of worry, fear, some insecurity. So imagine what it must be been like for our Rooms of Hope children. This is why we created the Dream Room Makeover 12-month plan. You can now commit to a dream room makeover for a child and siblings over a 12-month period at any level you desire. That's right. Simply commit to any amount tonight, and you have the option to provide a dream room makeover for our children over a 12-month span, a one-year commitment. Now, tonight, I am proud to say that we have an anonymous donor who has agreed to be our first one-year commit to a dream room makeover at our $5,000 level. Let's say thank you to that anonymous donor at $5,000. We appreciate that so very much. Now, ladies and gentlemen, that is $416 per month, which will allow our children a place of their own to escape the daily struggles of their illness and let them be kids, along with the dream room makeover for their siblings. Won't you please help us tonight? It's very easy to do. You can simply scroll down below the donation option to support a dream makeover with monthly donations. Click on Set Up Monthly Donations, and you will be directed to our PayPal site to contribute monthly. Now, I am pleased to announce that our $2,500 level, we have a $25,000 match. That's right, $25,000 matched from Dome Construction Foundation. Thank you so much for your generosity. We appreciate that. Ladies and gentlemen, won't you please help us tonight? Now, at our $2,500 level, this will fund a child's dream bedroom or space. And that equates to, if you desire, you can pledge the $2,500 tonight, put it on your credit card, or go to the 12-month plan, and it's $208 per month. Again, we're doing this to help. We need your help. But our goal is to help you help us. Contribution, guys, we thank you so much. Again, you can do it in one contribution, as these donors have graciously done, or, and please don't spread it out. I mean, we're trying to find ways to help each other. And our children need it more than ever this year. So please consider a 12-month plan. At $1,000, you will fund a sibling stream bedroom or space, and that equates to $83 per month, $500. This will provide a child's room decor items and building supplies, or if you choose, $41 a month. Again, our goal is to support our kids any way, shape, or form, whether it be one time, whether it be monthly. Your commitment for that 12-month span is so appreciated. Whatever you can do, we greatly appreciate it. We thank you so much, guys, for all your support tonight. It means the world to us. I also want to remind you that all silent auction items will close at 5 p.m. on Wednesday. That's October 28th at 5 p.m. And we also have some amazing super silent auction items. There is a trip to Vegas, the winner's choice of Vegas, Florida, or New Orleans. And I saw it had a bid of $550 earlier. I can't remember the name, but I'm sorry if I gave you up. And also our Eagles Hotel California signed album wall art, one of my favorite groups, guys. So please don't forget silent auction. You will still have more time tonight in our fund and need. I want to thank you all for your generous support tonight. And I would also like to say thank you to all the volunteers, the donors, and sponsors who make an evening like this possible. So now we are going to change gears a little bit. Ladies and gentlemen, 8 years ago, our next guest received a dream room makeover. Since then, I have had the privilege of seeing this amazing and talented young lady grow into a remarkable young woman. Now, I know what this dream room makeover meant to her, but I will let her tell you what it meant for her to have a dream room makeover 8 years ago and what that means today. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Breezy.
Hi, I'm Breezy, and 8 years ago I received a dream room makeover while I was battling cancer, so I know firsthand the amazing impact that Rooms of Hope can have when you need love, community, and a space to heal. But over the years, as my interests and likes have changed, I was asking my dad if we could make a few little updates to my room to make it a little bit more my style with, you know, certain things that have changed. And so I wanted to show you guys some of the things that we did. Like changing the wallpaper. We put in some flower wallpaper. We put in just a bunch of flowers everywhere. You know, some new wood accents. We built a shelf, and mainly over here we just made a music section because I want to be able to focus more on music, and my sister moved into another room. So now I have some shelves and a guitar. And I've been seeing these hanging chairs at the Rooms of Hope makeovers, and I just really wanted one because I think they're really cool. But as we were doing this, I realized that the bones of this room are still intact because of Rooms of Hope. The things that they did are still the most important part of this room, like the crown molding here and these lights, these limo lights I use every single night when I go to bed, and also this incredible desk and chairs with this TV. And maybe my favorite is this light up here. It's just the sun. I think it's very beautiful. So even though I made changes to fit my style now, I realized how much Rooms of Hope did for me. And I just want to thank the supporters and all the workers so much for everything that you guys did, because it really means a lot to me that you were there for me then and still now. As some of you know, I really love to sing, so I thought that I could sing this song as a thank you to all the volunteers who work so hard, as well as a song being a prayer to all the children who are still fighting these battles. And because Rooms of Hope is so amazing, you guys know that they don't just do the sick child's room, they also do those of the siblings. And because my older siblings have moved out over the years, I actually use one of the other really cool bedrooms as my studio. So let's check it out. So this is the awesome room that Rooms of Hope did for my brother and sister. And I just love coming in here, and I do most of my recording in here because it's so calm and peaceful in here. So I hope you guys enjoy this song that me and this awesome band sang. This is for you.
I don't wanna be afraid every time I face the waves. I don't wanna be afraid. I don't wanna be afraid. And I don't wanna fear the storm just because I hear it roar. I don't wanna fear the storm. I don't wanna fear the storm. I'm not gonna be afraid, 'cause these waves are only waves. I'm not gonna be afraid. I'm not gonna be afraid. And I'm not gonna fear the storm. You are greater than its roar. I'm not gonna fear the storm. No, I'm not gonna fear it. Oh. Let faith rise up, oh heart, believe. Let faith rise up in me. Let faith rise up, oh heart, believe. Let faith rise up in me.
Thank you, Breezy. That was amazing. Absolutely perfection. I love it. Thank you so much for that beautiful song and actually sharing your story as well and what that your dream room makeover has meant to you over these years. As I mentioned, it's been a real privilege to watch you grow. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to touch base one more time on our funder room for the final time tonight. Just remember that all our levels, we have a $5,000 level. We have $2,500. This will fund a child's dream bedroom or space for $2,500. If you choose the $5,000 option, this also provides for the child and siblings as well, because that is so important. Not only our child, but their siblings, the entire family. And so $1,000 will fund a sibling's dream bedroom. $500 will provide a child's room decor items and building supplies. $250 will support a child's room decor item and or building supplies. And $100 will provide a child's sibling's room decor item. And now remember, this year what we decided to do was you also help us, but we wanted to help you because we know it's been a difficult year for 2020 for a lot of us. And so what we did was create the 12-month plan. It is an option if you desire. If you choose $5,000, it equates to $416 a month. Again, this funds an entire room for a child and siblings. $2,500 breaks down to $208 a month, and this is just for 1 year. That's all we ask. Help us through this year. You help us, we will help you, but more importantly, we are supporting our kids, our families. This has been a difficult year for all of us. $1,000 equates to $83 a month. $500, we break down to $41 a month. $250, $20 a month, and $100 breaks down to $8 a month. And please, every dollar counts, guys. Every dollar counts. It means so much. So whatever any of you can do, we appreciate it. No one ever became broke from giving, gang. And I mean that. No one ever went broke from giving. So please consider any option tonight. We will leave the funder room open tonight. And I mentioned earlier, our silent auction will be closing on Wednesday, the 28th. We have some great super silent auction items, but more importantly, it all goes to our children and their families. And that's why we do this tonight. Is there anyone else tonight before we move on? And we're going to leave it open. But if you can tonight, we just want to say thank you to you on camera. And I know some of you may be a little camera shy. I get it. But we just want to let you know how much you mean to us here at Rooms of Hope. So, as I mentioned earlier, 2020 certainly has been a difficult year. A year of fear, uncertainty, worry, and loneliness. Imagine what it has been like for our children. Finding happiness in COVID-19 is what our next guest will share with you as his daughter battles to survive cancer. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome David Romanelli.
Hello, my name is David Romanelli. I am very honored and excited to be your speaker at the Rooms of Hope Gala. And I just want to share with you how this moment came to be. So it was about February that Nathan Bennett, who's on the board of Rooms of Hope, invited me to be the speaker at the Summit Symposium. I speak on the subject of why happy is the new healthy. And I research the stories of elders in their 80s, 90s, and 100s. Because, we tend not to treat elders all that well in America, and throw in the pandemic, and they're even more isolated. So it's a big problem. And one of the elders who I've met over my years of doing this line of work, it was a lady who was 108 when I met her, and she lived to be 111 years old. So we call that a super centenarian. And I said to this lady, how did you manage such health and longevity? And she said, sex, vodka, and spicy food. So we call that joie de vivre. And I wrote a whole book about it called Happy is the New Healthy. And so that's been my subject, is how do we relax, loosen the grip, enjoy life to the fullest. And a few weeks, literally a few weeks after I spoke at Nathan's Summit Symposium, my 3-year-old daughter woke up one morning at our home in Phoenix, and she had a mysterious limp in her leg. We called the pediatrician. They said, don't worry about it. If it lingers, let us know. It lingered. So we took my daughter in for blood work, and I will never forget Friday evening, April 30th, around 5 p.m., the pediatrician calls us and says that it looks like our daughter has leukemia. So as you can imagine, it is a parent's greatest fear and worst nightmare. And we were thrust into this world of cancer treatment. So everything in my life has changed dramatically. I remember waking up the next morning after her diagnosis and just walking outside, and people were walking on our street, having their little chit chats, drinking their coffee, no worries in the world. And I realized at that moment that my understanding of happiness was forever changed. And so I just wanted to share with you a few of the lessons that I've learned over the past 6 months that we've been walking my daughter through cancer treatment. And one of the most important things that I've learned is in my moments of greatest fear and stress and worry, I reach out to other parents who have walked a child through a life-threatening illness. And those parents are so incredibly helpful. And so many of those parents have started an organization to give back. So it's sort of like the parents who have been through this, you're holding the hands of the people who have been through it before you, and you're holding the hands of the people who are going through it after you. And it's this big chain of love and hope. And that's what Shelley and Rooms of Hope is all about. And so I want to share with you a little bit about what led into my meeting Shelley. And I want to share with you some of the lessons that I've learned over these past 6 months. And so first and foremost is just the importance of health. I used to be one of these people who had a fear of missing out. You see what other people are doing on social media. You want to sort of in the back of your mind, like, we got to book a trip there, and I got to get a new shirt, and all these things that you think about. And I would just get caught up in the grind and the minutia. I think a lot of people are like that. And I just honestly took health for granted. And then, you wake up and you realize all of a sudden that your child has a life-threatening situation, and it just rips your blinders off. And you understand what gratitude really is. And there's actually a leading expert on the science of gratitude. And he says, in order to be truly grateful, you have to be a badass, because gratitude is morally and intellectually demanding. And by that, you wake up every morning and your default setting is to focus on everything that needs to get done that day and all the headaches in your life and all the challenges you're dealing with. And we all do that. But to wake up in the morning and actually focus on what's good in your life and what's beautiful and that your children are healthy and it's a lovely day outside. I mean, that is a practice to actually open those neural pathways in your mind and to actually make gratitude your default setting. And it took me 47 years to get to a point where now I realize that health really is the true wealth. And if just one of you listening right now might be wrapped up in some silly kind of thing that we all do that to ourselves sometimes. If I can awaken just one of you listening and recognize that if you have the health of your loved ones, you have everything. So another great lesson that I've learned is hope. I never understood hope. I always thought that hope was for someone who was in a really dark spot in life. I could never identify with hope. And, just last week, my wife was having a really difficult day. All the stresses of walking a child through cancer treatment, they just kind of added up after 6 months, and she just hit a really hard spot in the journey. And I tried to give her some advice, and she says, I don't want any advice right now. I just want to be in this difficult place. It's okay for me to say that I'm struggling. And I think that's something that most people can relate to right now with the pandemic and everything we've all been through in 2020. If you're not struggling, someone that you know and love probably is struggling. And the whole idea with hope is not necessarily to feel like you have to solve the problem, but sometimes we just need to be present with each other and just shine a light. So my daughter is spending a lot of time in the Phoenix Children's Hospital. And on the 7th floor, that's the pediatric oncology hematology floor. So we're always on the 7th floor, and you can look out of the 7th floor and you look down, and there's a fire station on the ground, and they put the word hope in neon letters on the roof of that fire station. And so even if you're not even looking out the window, you see that blinking light all the time. Orange, blue, pink, purple, orange, blue, pink, purple. And it's hope flashing. And that light is a reminder that it makes you feel like people are aware of what you're going through. And that sometimes is enough to help you move through the darkness toward that light in the distance. So Hope is something that I've really come to understand, and I know that Rooms of Hope is all about that, and I'll get to that in a second. Happiness is also something that I told you I used to come to happiness as a feeling that you have, and I would write books and give talks about the little things that you can do in your life to lighten the load and smell the roses, so to speak, and savor the chocolate and drink the red wine and laugh more, and all that stuff is still really important. But now I understand that in this post-pandemic environment that we're all living in, where there's just a lot of struggle right now, it's less about feeling happy and it's more about doing happy. The ways that we show up for others in our family, in our community, in our business. How do we show up for others and do acts of kindness and joy and spread that feeling around us? And so about 6 weeks ago, Nathan reached out to me and he said, I know what you're going through, what your daughter's going through. By the way, her name's Cooper and she's doing great. She has a really great diagnosis and she is resilient and fiery, and we are getting through it day by day. But it is not for the faint of heart, and it's something no parent ever wants to go through. And so Nathan reached out and he said, I want to introduce you to Shelly and Rooms of Hope. And so Shelly got in touch with me and she explained that they wanted to come in and renovate my daughter's bedroom. And it was like, what do you mean? What are you talking about? I don't understand. Because when you're walking a child through cancer treatment and all the appointments and the stress and the chemo, and you're trying to keep up with your work, and we have a 5-year-old son who, you want to show him as normal of an experience as possible, and you're just holding it together. And yet, hope is so important for a child going through this. They need to feel hope. They need to have things to look forward to. But as a parent, you don't have the bandwidth or the energy or the time or the resources to give them the hope that they really need. It's just the bare, honest, naked truth. And so Shelly and Rooms of Hope shows up and says, we're going to redo your daughter's bedroom. And it's like, you can't even believe it. I get the chills just talking about it because it's truly a miracle that this is happening right now. And my daughter's only 3. I don't think she understands it, but my wife and I understand it. And so we feel this huge burst of love and light at our backs. It's really helping us through, especially these really difficult, dark, hopeless moments. And so this is just an organization that has touched us in the deepest way in the most difficult moment of our lives. And I tell you all of this because this is not about my daughter Cooper, and this is not about the 300,000 kids who are diagnosed with cancer just this year and all the kids out there with life-threatening situations. This is about you, because I believe in universal law, and universal law says that you only have what you give. And so right now, more than ever in our lifetimes, when we give happiness and we give health and we give hope, it reflects back in your heart and in your mind and your family and your business and your community. And so just to show up for each other and hold the light and receive the light, that's the message that I wanted to share with you today. And I think that's the very best that we can hope for and the very best that we can do right now at this moment in time. And so I just want to thank you so much for taking the time to listen tonight and to come to this gala for Rooms of Hope. And I am really grateful and really appreciative and wishing you all the health and all the happiness and all the hope that's possible. And I look forward to seeing you hopefully in person very soon.
Thank you, David. And thank you to all of our Rooms of Hope children, parents, and all who supported us here tonight. Our donors and sponsors and all of our amazing volunteers, a huge thank you for everything you've done tonight. And I want to also thank all of you for letting me be a part of such a fantastic organization and family. Now, just a quick reminder before we go, we still have our $25,000 match in play from Dome Construction Foundation. That means every donation is essentially doubled up to $25,000. So please, if you have an opportunity, our Fund a Room will remain open, but don't wait because our kids need your help tonight. Also, just a reminder that our silent auction will close at 5 p.m. sharp on Wednesday, October the 28th. So don't forget, get those bids in. Don't let anyone take your silent auction item home. And please, as I mentioned, let's support the Funder Room, please. We need you so desperately tonight. And you still have the monthly option available if you so desire. There's nothing wrong with it, gang. I mean, it's a great opportunity. It's just our way of helping you help us. So please consider that. Also, very special announcement. Don't forget about our Rooms of Hope First Street Ale House Beard Growing Contest. That's right, the Beard Growing Contest. We are raising money for children battling life-threatening illnesses. That starts on Sunday, November 1st, and it runs through November 30th. So let's grow those beards, gang. Let's see who's going to have the best beard. All right, now we have a raffle. We're going to do a little raffle. This is just our way of saying thank you for all of you for supporting us tonight. And this is our registration raffle. And what we've done is the winner will have his or her choice. I'm sorry if I'm leaning out of the shot. I'm getting my tickets ready. But our winner will have his or her choice of either a 4-day, 3-night stay in Las Vegas, Orlando, or New Orleans. Now this is a little bit different than our super silent auction item. In the super silent we did have airfare. This one won't have airfare, but that's okay, guys. This is just our way of saying thank you for registering tonight. So I'm gonna call out a number, and it was the number you were given as you registered, and our winner is, I'm not looking, I'm gonna pull it out here. The winner is gonna be number 81. 81 is our winner tonight for our trip. Thank you so much. We appreciate that. And thank you again, all of you, sincerely, from the bottom of my heart. And I know all our family here at Rooms of Hope feels the same way. Thank you so very very much. Well, before we go, again, I want to say thank you to each and every one of you. And now we have a message from our executive director, Shelley Ham, and our Rooms of Hope board.
A special thank you goes out to our premier sponsor, Dome Construction Foundation, who has been helping us build dream spaces for almost a decade now. Another thank you to Taylor Morrison, who has generously donated 90% of the items found in our silent auction. And a huge thank you to our premier product sponsors, for without you, I truly don't know if we could continue this mission. Thank you to the Home Depot Foundation, Team Depot, and all the amazing people at the Home Depot, with a special thank you to Steve and Christine Knott. Thank you to Mancini Sleep World for all you do to support us, with a special call out to Randy, Christina, and Micah. Finally, Sherwin Williams, who helps us at every makeover. Special call out to John Keith and your amazing team in Danville. And a special thank you to all of you too. Go Team Rooms of Hope, who honor our children every day.
We're so incredibly proud to be part of the Rooms of Hope family.
Cheers to a wonderful night.
This is Nancy
and George
Tatarka, and we are volunteer and board member. And we'd like to express our sincere and deep gratitude to all of our Rooms of Hope volunteers and supporters. Your commitment to Rooms of Hope allows us to give love and hope to all our ill children and their families, and we really do appreciate it, and thank you from the bottom of our hearts.
To our precious Rooms of Hope children, you are loved more than you could ever imagine, and you will never walk alone. Cheers.
Cheers.
Hi, from Pam and Greg Hennings. We wanted to thank all the donors and the volunteers and everybody who's part of this great mission for the Rooms of Hope kids. We are blessed to be part of this mission. Without all of you, this would not be possible. Thank you, and salute.
Salute.
We were introduced to Rooms of Hope as a recipient family. Not only did they give Breezy a room when she was fighting cancer, but also all of our children, all 5 of our children. So we know firsthand the power that this mission brings to a family that really needs it in that time of need. with the joy, with the hope, and with the love that we actually saw from the volunteers. So thank you to all the donors that make this possible to see our mission to fruition. Here's to you.
Cheers.
Hi everyone, board member Nathan Bennett here. On behalf of my family and all of us on the Rooms of Hope board, I just want to thank you all for supporting our organization this year. 2020 has been so crazy and so many organizations, businesses, and individuals are struggling. And the fact that some of you just jump in and help us even through this pandemic is amazing. I want to call out our team, the heartbeat of our organization, Shelly Ham, for keeping this thing going, and for the help that we have on our staff with Lori and Nancy, just helping the organization keep making a difference for children, even through a pandemic. So we haven't shut down. We're still doing makeovers, even though they're virtual, with the help of their families, and we're bringing joy to little kids. And I really appreciate all that everyone is doing to keep Rooms of Hope afloat and thriving through this difficult time. Thanks to all of you and your generous support. The real winners on this Oscar night are the Rooms of Hope kids. Take care.
As we close out another gala together, as you can see, our board of directors thanks each and every one of you. I'd like you to know that you make a difference in this world, that by supporting us in any way you can, it matters. It matters to local children who are battling just to survive, and it matters to their families. You are helping us build havens for these children to heal in. You are helping us build a safe place away from the hospitals and all they must endure. These children are true warriors. And with that being said, thank you all so much. And the Oscar goes to all of our Rooms of Hope children.
Good night, everyone.
We wish you and your family good health. We look forward to seeing you soon. Good night.